All right, in this episode, we're going back in the box, the big box we got from my mom's house. What's in the box? This will be the action figure edition.
Talking about
the sandwich.
Lloyd. Melvin takes kill.
Welcome back. I'm Hamby, and this is what's in the box. This is the series. We're going through the box of toys I got from my mom's house. Now, I haven't seen these toys in at least 20 years. And they're a little bit older than that. So I've seen them now, but when I got the box, I hadn't seen them. So we're going to be going through this. I have some highlights in here. I did some research on what some of these toys are, and we're just going to go through them. So first off, got this big old Mama Jamma. This is Onslaught. This is from Marvel Comics. Big old 90s villain. He's basically, I don't know, I didn't like him. I don't even like his design. I don't even know why I have him. But this is him. And he has this piece that comes off, so he looks more like Magneto. So he's got the sort of Magneto persona, but it's, you know, Charles Xavier. This is old too. I tried to, oh, look at that. He's trapped inside. Oh, no! Why am I in the back of this guy? You can see this piece here. The glue separated just a little bit. I was trying to pop him on and just being a little bit forceful, and that thing popped off. So definitely an older toy, but he's cool. Can he stand up here? No, I'm gonna struggle with that. I don't want to mess with him too much. All right, he can stand there. Cool. Next up. Let's see, did I look up who this is? I mean, I know who it is, but I look up what the toy is. I didn't. So we're just gonna go from here. We've got Beast, one of my favorite characters. Honestly, don't know why I have this guy. I do not like this design at all. He's designed more as a toy, obviously, and less as like a action figure, direct representation. Made in China. 1997 Marvel Toy Biz. It doesn't say the line though. I'm wondering what this guy was. I don't know what this Beast was, but we've got Beast back here. All right. Let's see. I did look up this guy. I'm missing some of his pieces, but this. Oh, and I gotta be careful. Look at him. This is Toy Biz Ninja Force Dark Nemesis. Look at this plastic, you guys. From 1997? 1996? 1996 Marvel Toy Biz. This plastic is greasy. It's just a little bit greasy, especially here on the cannon. You could sort of feel the molecules breaking down a little bit. But look at this guy, man. Was this his name, Nemesis? Dark Nemesis in Age of Apocalypse? No, I think it's Holocaust. That's why his name it can't be that for the toy. I'm sure there's some sort of story there. We're gonna do these toys in waves because I've got just a bunch in here. So that was Toy Biz X-Men Ninja Force Dark Nemesis. Now I don't have the rest of her pieces. Maybe I do, and they're in what's remaining of the big box. But this is from the same line. This is Toy Biz Marvel X-Men, Toy Biz X-Men Ninja Force Psylocke. God, she's terrible looking. I do not like, this is the 90s version, late 90s version of her. She gets that weird tattoo. Poor Psylocke and Quanon have such a weird story in the comic books. And the 90s was such a weird time. I don't know what this is about. What about this screams ninja force? I don't know. She's got some cool articulation, not much. It would be cool if her elbows had articulation, and then, she didn't have this really stupid backpack. Anyway, so, the 90s. There we go. We got the hand off. I don't know what would have gone in this big old hand. Anyway, this is a terrible Psylocke action figure. No clue why I own it, except for I probably like, oh man, it's Psylocke. I gotta have a Psylocke, right? Sure. And I'm going to end this little wave of figures with this guy. Again, I don't have his, unfortunately, I don't have his, accessories. But this is Nightcrawler, and he was actually Toy Biz Marvel X-Men's 1997 Nightcrawler. I don't really know why I bought this one. I like Nightcrawler, and I like the classic outfit of him from the 70s and the 80s. But I love some of the stuff they did in the 90s, really going swashbucklery pirate with him before the early 2000s. And they brought him back to being more of Colossus and Wolverine's sort of sidekick and friend, and less of him leading his own team like he did in Excalibur. Really loved Nightcrawler, and he probably came with a cool sword, which we don't have, and I don't know what these were from, probably some sort of other piece as well, but this was a Toy Biz Marvel's X-Men 1997 Nightcrawler, so there you go. All right, so we have Nightcrawler, Ninja Force Dark Nemesis, Ninja Force Psylocke, Onslaught, and Beast. All right, so what else is in this round? Let's see. Okay. So this round is going to be starting off with Toy Fair exclusives. And I was going through the box. What's in the box? And I was wondering why I owned certain characters and certain other characters. I was like, oh, this was an exclusive, and I don't remember what it was from, but BBBBB. So when I was doing my homework, I found that a bunch of these were actually Toy Fair exclusives. Toy Fair was a magazine that was out in the 90s. It was from Wizard Magazine, and it was a toy magazine. And one of the things that they did was they had a column where they would do still photos action of the action figures, kind of like you would see on like Robot Chicken a few years later, but this was just comedy on the print, on the page. Loved that. It's very inspiring to me. And I loved the coverage of toys back in the 90s, and I wouldn't call myself a collector, but somehow I was, and I did collect a few things that are of note. One of them being this is Toy Fair exclusive Union Jack. I don't remember how these exclusives worked. Did I get it just because I was a member? Did I send money away for it? I don't remember. But this is Union Jack. I am such a fan of Union Jack, and I will say Captain Britain. And I'm just a sucker for the Britain's Union Jack. I really like it, not because of any sort of nationality reasons, but the colors appeal to me, and I really like it. Union Jack is a cool, like, Captain America type character. Doesn't necessarily have powers, but he's sort of like James Bond, Captain America, a British agent. And he's great, man. He's got this knife. He was part of the Secret Invader, or the Invaders comics with Cap and Namor and Human Torch during World War II, and then of course later he's in the Marvel Comics, and even to today he's still a part of the Marvel Comics. I recently picked up the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Union Jack because I'm a big fan. So when I check him out, we will compare him to this guy and see how they stand up. I don't think he's going to stand. Oh, he will. GG's. All right, now this one. This guy, he looks terrible. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. This is Madrox, the Multiple Man. What is going on with this hand? He's probably a repaint of another character. This is, again, Toy Fair exclusive. Madrox, the Multiple Man. Does not look like him in the face, but this is his 90s costume when he was first introduced, late 80s, early 90s in the X-Men comics. So I'm a big of a nostalgia guy. I like Madrox, the Multiple Man. I like all the different incarnations of him. I like later when he's the detective and they have, X Factor investigations. And I like the different versions of Madrox. This was he didn't have any personality. He could just multiply by hitting himself. And he was sort of, that was his shtick. I don't know if he's going to stand. He is not. This, one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't know why. I will tell you this right now. I am not trying to virtue signal, but I really like characters of color, especially black characters. And when they're done really well, and this is, I'm a white person, I'm white, okay, but when they're done well, and I just appreciate them. Cinch was one of those guys. He's in Generation X comics. And he was introduced in the 90s. His power was that his mutant aura, he can cinch up with other mutants' powers. So if he's near Madrox of the Multiple Man, all of a sudden he could also multiply like Madrox the Multiple Man. Great kid, great leader of the team. I really liked Everett, his introduction in the series. This is what he looks like when he first gets introduced in Generation X. And I loved him, man. And then he gets killed off, womp womp. And it was super sad. And then I think he's back in the X-Men comics because everybody's back because nobody dies in Krakoa. But this is the GG, the 90s costume. I am such a fan. Love that character. Again, another Toy Fair exclusive. If you were looking at the unboxing video, I did a couple when this first kicked off. This was one of the characters I found in the box. Didn't realize what he was from. It is Moon Knight. Again, it's another repaint, but it's another Toy Fair exclusive. Ooh, that plastic. And these guys are like, oh, geez, these guys are so old. What's cool is he has a button on the back, and he's got some action. Wah, 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 wah. The little button here on the back. And the cape is, it's a real cape, but it's like a plastic or a vinyl. No detail here, but as far as having a Moon Knight doll, cool, dude. You got a cool Moon Knight action figure. He's got the belt and the cape. And the kung fu action there. So Moon Knight, very cool. Another Toy Fair exclusive. And I got one more here, I believe, that is a Toy Fair exclusive. Again, another one of my favorite characters of all time, Wonder Man. If you're checking out the WandaVision series on Disney Plus, a lot of people are hoping that Wonder Man will make some sort of appearance finally. Simon Williams, he's got all sorts of glitter on him, and that's from Transformers Transmetal Rat Trap, because his glitter is completely coming off of him, and that's where all that glitter comes from on him. I haven't really cleaned him off, and this glitter just sticks, dude, so it is what it is. Wonder Man's probably also another repaint. I don't know what he's a repaint of, but he is another Toy Fair exclusive. I don't know how you would have got these guys with the magazine. I just don't remember. But if you want to comment in the comments down below, please do. So these were my Toy Fair exclusives. I think, because I didn't do my homework on this one, I think this Wanda is as well, this Scarlet Witch. If you are, again, watching the WandaVision show, this outfit will make an appearance in the show. It's made an appearance in the trailers. Look at this. She's got her hair. She's got the W cowl going on. Terrible. What's going on with her nose? She's got the nose thing going on, but then she's got this cool hex action going on. She's casting her hex powers. She's got the velvet. Oh, it's velvet cape. Got the velvet fabric out here. So Wanda, I think this was also a Toy Fair exclusive, but very cool. All right, what's up in wave 3 of this box? Let's check out now. All right, so this is going to be a bunch of SpiderMan action figures. And I'm not quite sure the lineage of any of these guys, except for they're from the 90s. Oh, man, you know what? I got to throw in one more here, actually. This is a bonus. So, bonus, this is also a Toy Fair exclusive. Reverse Flash was also in the box. I forgot all about him. Probably just a repaint of a Flash figure, but Reverse Flash, very cool. And of course, this is the 90s, so I don't know. Anyway, Toy Fair exclusive, Reverse Flash. All right, so into the Spider-Man themed category here. We got a Spider-Man action figure here. I don't know what line he's from. Probably, is it Toy Biz? Everything's Toy Biz back then. Yeah, Toy Biz 1997. I don't know if there was supposed to be like some sort of, action thing with this. Like, is he a web shooter? He's got some cool poses, but like that's all he's got. And like, look at this. Look at the paint job, right? So the paint job lines up like this. You move him any other way, and it's obvious that it's weird. Not a lot of articulation. Again, his arms are pretty much stuck. But 1997, you got Spider-Man. I probably bought this guy because of just how much he looked like Spider-Man, in my opinion. He probably won't stand. Let's see if we can just lean him. Next up in this line, we've got Electro. Let's see here. Made in China. Toy Biz 1995. Marvel. So, I'm not sure. 95, 96, I was in high school. So I'm not sure that I was buying these toys in 95 or 96. By 97, though, I had a full-time, part-time job, was making a bunch of money, and was just buying toys because I like buying toys. His plastic, he feels good, but he's got no articulation. I don't know what else his accessories were. I don't have them. But there you go. We've got Electro. Classic Spider-Man villain, the Green Goblin. Let's see, no date there. 1994 Marvel Toy Biz. I don't know when I would have been buying these guys. This guy is from Spider-Man the Animated Series. I don't know about those two. This guy though is he is the Green Goblin from Spider-Man the Animated Series. He had something coming out of his palm, something here. Wah! So he was able to like fire something, and then he's pointing. Maybe it was a pumpkin bomb. He was probably palming a pumpkin bomb. But very cool. Spider-Man the Animated Series. Green Goblin. The eyes are a little googly. Again, not a lot of articulation, but more than those two have. So that's a score for Green Goblin here. And you can't have Green Goblin without Hobgoblin. And this is Hobgoblin. Do we have a date and time and a place? I can't see any. That's okay. Plastic cape, but he does have a cape. That's kind of cool. Hobgoblin is inspired by the Green Goblin, and he was sort of a mercenary that, grabs a bunch of Green Goblin's gear and then, becomes his own enemy. And then later has his own demonic motif and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know why he's got some sort of action going on there. What activates it? Not that. I don't know what activates his action. It doesn't have a button. That's weird. I don't know why he's like, Kia. But there you go, man. We got Hobgoblin. And lastly, I'm going to throw him in here. He's not a part of Spider-Man, but it's Doctor Strange. You know, he's teamed up with Spider-Man many times. Interesting cape, you guys. He's got his big old cape. This one is a vinyl plastic. It's got a hip guard where it, you know, grabs onto him, and then the neck clasp with the Eye of Satoric on there, and he's got his classic I'm casting a spell with his fingers on both hands. What was this? Did he have some other sort of attachment there for his stomach? Interesting. But look at that. Oh, there. Oh, it was this. It was his belt sash. I was like, what is that? So there, you know, his little sash on his belt. So there you go, man. Doctor Strange. He can stand with his cape. It looks weird. There you go. That's a little wave of Spider-Man. As we transition here, I think I'll do like 3 more waves here. So this is another X-Men wave, and I'm just going to sort of bring a bunch of these guys into the frame. I've got a Iceman, Toy Biz 1997. This guy was like an ice shooter. You can see we were able to fill him up with water, and then he shot water out of his hand. This was the thing. You pumped. Psh, 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 psh. I just thought that Iceman looked really cool. I like when Iceman gets a little crazy and weird looking. I also like his normal version. This is another Iceman, different blue, different motif altogether. He's got this back thing that goes up and down. What? Protect my neck. Protect my neck. I have no idea what that's about. Another 1995 Toy Biz. You know, and the thing is, you guys, even back then, I buy things on a discount because I don't really want to pay full price. And like I was mentioning, I was graduating high school in 96, and so I wouldn't have had money to buy these things in 95 and 96. I would have in 97 and 98. So I would have been buying these things on sale wherever I found them. And that just is what it is. So we can't have Iceman without Angel. This is Savage Land Angel. Whatever. This is weird. Sort of a take on the Joe Madureira era of art in X-Men in the 90s, but not. I don't know what this is all about, why Angel was in the Savage Land. But look, he's got cool looking wings, very detailed. Look at this cool little fur vest he has on. You got the X-Men logo. And he was packaged with Sauron. So you had Sauron as well, and then Sauron had this action. Oh, you're being mesmerized. I will sap your mutant powers, Angel. And Angel's like, oh my god, no. Is that what he did? Really? I'm gonna put those guys down. So we have another Angel, also a 90s Angel, but a different version of it. Again, the Joe Madureira art. These guys are probably... No, they're not the same mold. I mean, roughly the same. The head's probably the same, right? That head is the exact same. It's just different paint. So you have the Archangel angel look. He's not in full Archangel. He doesn't have like the Archangel costume. So this is the Angel costume with Archangel's metal wings and his blue skin tone. And then lastly, we have Quicksilver. Quicksilver's so weird. He's got the hand. This is, this looks just like the Madrox, the Multiple Man Toy Fair exclusive we had. It probably is the same guy. It's the same mold, and they just repainted it. Again, 1995, Quicksilver. Not sure the line. Not sure what his deal was, but there you go. All right, so we got 2 more waves out of this wave of cool action figures from the 90s in this box of Lost and Found. So look at these two, man. Look at this line. We've got Loki, and oh, he's got some fuzz on him. Loki's got his full horns, his bendy horns with his I don't know what this thing is, nom de plume, is that what it's called? And then a very nice velvet cape coming out of his pauldrons here on the back, his shoulder pauldrons. He's got a waist belt latched on here. It's plastic. The only thing, oh God, he probably was casting some sort of spell, not on this one, but on this one. The only thing is this plastic is starting to break down. You can see it here where it's sort of melting a little bit in the creases. He's a little sticky, and you can see the hair's been sticking to him. He's been in a box for like 25 years. And you know, kind of falling apart. 1997 Marvel Toy Biz. So we got Loki, and of course we have his half-brother, Thor. And when I opened the box, everybody was like, cool He-Man figure. And I was like, what? I didn't realize they were talking about Thor. His hammer's bent, and it's not Mjolnir. I'm going to say that because a couple reasons. One, it's not Mjolnir. Two, it doesn't have the things on there, you know, if he who shall be so worthy, if he shall be worthy, it doesn't have the Mjolnir stuff on there. It's just a big hammer. So there's one thing. But anyway, so here we have Thor, and again, he's, you know, his plastic's a little worse for wear. And again, he's been in a box, man. No play on these guys at all, because I would have bought them when I was done playing with toys. His cape is a vinyl plastic. God, look at that. Just like, ugh. Look at that. It's bleeding into his blonde hair. The plastic is getting gross in there. So, he could use for a cleaning, but again, you know, the plastic's breaking down. But these guys are very cool. You know, Thor and Loki, the half brothers, the brothers, you know them, you love them, right? You know what? I'm gonna separate these guys with the last ones. All right, so finally, we get to one of my favorite characters of all time. This is The Tick, and this is from The Tick, the animated series on Fox Kids. Fox. He has some sort of speaker box. It's not working. I push his button. I think he says, "I dig Dinosaur Neil." I think that's what he says. Dinosaur Neil is kind of like the Godzilla of the Tick universe. It's a guy in a dinosaur costume who gets turned into like a giant dinosaur. So, and he rages through the city. And Tick loves Dinosaur Neil. Tick is so like just happy-go-lucky. I wish I had a Tick action figure that had articulation, because I love the Tick. I love this big blue guy, man. Let's see, is he a 1995 Bandai. Did anybody watch the 90s Tick animated show? Because I loved it. Big fan. You know, if you watch Supernatural, or if you watch, I think The Boys, you know, the guy who created the Tick, man, he's had his hand in a lot of different things. Here we have Tomb Raider, of Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. She actually comes with both of her pistols, and they're super oversized cannons, because that was how it was in the 90s, and that was not a joke, just about her guns. Hey-o! But I like it because she has this little cloth belt, this little plastic cloth belt with her two holsters for her big giant guns. And then she's just got these tiny little arms, and the weirdest action pose for an action figure, like zero articulation. You know, I don't know what is going on. Her torso doesn't move, so she just, like, this is how she's sort of normal. I don't know what this pose is. 1997 Eidos. That's the video game people. So this is just I don't know who would have made this. I would love a really good Lara Croft with dope articulation, but it's not something I need in my life. The shorts are even real too. That's kind of fun. It's just, you know, sort of these little cloth, you know, sort of folded up shorts. It has her little backpack. I mean, it's Lara Croft, but you know, what's going on there. And finally, these two goofballs. Now, I have been collecting a couple of the new Hasbro Lightning Collection, Power Rangers Lightning Collection. These two are two of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Go-Go Power Rangers. This being Kimberley. God, her plastic has seen better days. I don't know why I own this toy. It wasn't not a fan of Power Rangers, but it came out when I was like 15, and I was not really sort of the target audience. Like 7 and 8 year olds were, 13-year-old kids were. Not me at 15. I was getting into MTV The Grind. And I always thought that Power Rangers was a knockoff of Voltron, because I grew up with Voltron. That was what I loved. But of course, it's repurposed Sentai, and so is Voltron, and so is Transformers, and so was Battle of the Planets and everything else. So as an adult, though, I really, really love the Boom Studios comics for Power Rangers, and it's gotten me into the Hasbro Lightning Collection toys, which I'm going to show off. But this is like one of the first Power Ranger toys, and Kimberly's head flips. So she becomes Kimberly, and she came with her blaster, and she probably came with her bow, because I think if you had all 5 of the original Power Rangers, you could put their accessories together. This is Bandai 1993, and not bad articulation. And this, of course, is Jason and Tommy. Jason, of course, is the Tyrannosaurus. Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's morphin' time. There you got Jason, and the first Red Ranger, the OG, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Red Ranger Jason. It's morphin' time, and he becomes the Red Ranger. Not bad articulation. Can't really do much with the hips, but you have the knees, you got the elbows, and you got the arms, and that's great. And then, of course, this flipping action. I don't like the flipping action, but it's there. So anyway, we're going to compare these guys to some of the new Hasbro Lightning Collection that came out in 2019 and 2020, and now in 2021. We're going to be checking out some of those because I have them and I'm looking to buy some more of them. Hopefully I can get, when I do the video, I can hopefully do the Ranger Slayer. And we'll talk about the story about what happens with Kimberly Hart, the Pink Ranger, and the Ranger Slayer in a Boom Studios alternate timeline comic books situation. But that's going to do it for this box, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This was one half of what's in the box that I got from my parents' house. This was all of the action figures. The other half is going to be Transformers and the rest. And Transformers is like, I think I've got like 20 different Transformers. So thanks so much for watching. Links down below where you can support the channel. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.